Well, unfortunately, if the feds are watching, I won't be fresh. But that's regular.
You should be fresh.
2 Chainz, on the other hand.
2 Chainz.
Man,
It's my favorite rapper.
favorite?
Yeah,
Currently your favorite rapper?
favorite rapper.
Yo, the young lady out there said, he's just walking in was like, I'm more excited to meet 2 Chainz than anybody that's ever come by the
Who said
studio.
Laura.
I forget
My
the
work
lady's-
wife, man.
2 Chainz has crossed over.
You're a star, man. From when he first came up here for our show, I guess like maybe a year and a half ago. And things were going good. The buzz was like starting, but you are a legitimate full-time rap star. Was there a time when after all the years in the game, you no longer believed that that was going to be in the cards for you?
Nah, not. I just felt like I never had my shot. Even when Duffel Bag Boys came, which is my first notoriety as far as public, I felt like it was Lil Wayne's time, and so for me,
That makes sense.
but I still felt like I had a good verse on there, to the point where people thought
Great verse.
people thought Wayne wrote the verse, and then I was getting respect from my peers like Wayne, and it was like people respected me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people found out I knew Ye, it was like a year or two after people knew we was talking on the phone, and he was listening to mixtapes and things like this. So the confidence that I was moving on was like, they watching the throne watching me. You know what I'm saying? With some of the things that just kind of kept me focused, kept me confident, kept me working, because I just felt like it was a matter of time before something just struck and it connected with the fans and stuff like that. Because once you start getting respect from the peers, like, you know, I had like Raekwon was in Atlanta, me and him became great friends, and this is like the chef. Like I was honored to be around that guy. And he just, you know, he told me one day, like, one day watch that boy Luda, he gonna need you one day. And this was before Duffel Bag. So it was things that just happened in my life that wasn't just exploited. People didn't know about it, but it was just like little cues to tell me, don't give up, don't stop, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's interesting, because you are one of those guys who was known more as an industry guy first, beloved by the industry, and now, I guess I would say though, I am somewhat surprised that you not only made it from that guy to beloved in rap, but also to beloved by like Lit Laura, like the whitest girl who works
That's what
here.
I'm talking about. Like, when I say you crossed over and you mainstream now, like you got a song with Fall Out Boy, right?
Yeah.
And it don't sound like you jumping on one of their records. It sounds like they made a record that's your style, and they try to put themselves on it and got you on it.
Yeah, I even had my producer do some production on it, and when they gave it to me, I just kind of had input. We had a meeting in LA, and basically, you know, my whole thing is performing. I've done over 700 shows since 2010. You know what I mean? I get a good response entertaining people, and so VMAs last year was one of my big performances. It was when Wayne introduced a new song he's never done. I was able to do the introduction to my album, and the Fall Out Boys said that they saw that. It's like you never know who's watching, and so they said they saw that, and they was like they felt like I was a rock star, so they came to me and they just like at first just wanted to put me in their video, so I was kind of confused, like,
True.
what they think I'm about to be, just like, you know, I didn't know what they was trying to get me to do. I wasn't understanding the angle, but then, you know, as it grew, you know, all-star performances and things like that, it just started just gradually coming to me, different features from different genres of music. You know what I'm saying? I did 98 features last year. I didn't know that many artists was in the industry.
No, you really that's the math on that? You did 98.
Yeah, I'm not lying, bro. I did
True.
I've done 34 this year. And so, but out of the 34, maybe 14 of them, like, you got your Robin Thicke, your bingo players, your Keshas, your Beyonce, your Dreams, you know what I mean, your different records, that your Alicia Keys, your Swiss, you know, there's some records that's not even out yet. You know, I can't even really remember, but it's just for me. It's just for me trying to I'm trying to like be successful. I'm very competitive. I know all these albums that drop this year. I'm dropping mine September 10th. I'm ready to like let people recognize it's a change in the guards. Like, you know, it's about to be a lot of people been here. A lot of people are coming in when I come in, and like I felt like I developed my own lane, my own fan base. I'm really like transparent. That's why I feel like I went mainstream. It's like I ain't really hiding none. It is what it is. I'm me. I love being me. I look in the mirror. I don't want to rap like nobody. I don't want to dress like nobody else. I feel like ain't nobody fresher than me. I didn't know I was gonna be on TV. If I knew, I'd have been. Ain't no telling what I would have wore today. You know what I'm saying? So this is me when I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
And in case you're wondering, he is wearing leather shorts.
Leather bull shorts with python on the side.
Oh, we got some python.
Yeah, let's be
Yo,
clear.
shout out to my dude Mike and the whole team that be making them, that made them shorts. Them shorts is fresh.
Yeah, I'm just cooling, but for the thing, you know what I'm saying, I've been confident like this, and that's what made me friends with a lot of artists earlier, because I feel like, you know, a lot of the stuff that goes out comes from inside as far as being self-esteem. You know what I mean? Like how you carry yourself, and people can appreciate that and be like, you know, he's not like overcompensating by doing some other stuff or being too extra. It's like, this is just me. I'm pretty much happy all the time. You know, we have our bad days. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I realize I'm blessed. I actually humble myself more when I became a superstar. Before I was this hot, I thought I was better than everybody. Nobody knew me, I was like, man, he sucks.
That's what everyone does when they're trying to get on.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's what everybody does when you're at the top. But then, like, when I got in this place, it's like, by me being around for so long, and, you know, I've known all y'all for so long, but by me being around and playing the cut and being like a pip out of the group and being in the, you know, background, I was able to, like, see what it's like to be winning and squatting on people or treating people a certain way, and then, like, on the way down, it's like, can we call you to?
Oh, you know about that, because Ebro always says that. There are two seasons we have in this world, in our business. The we need you season and the you need us season.
Because, you know, in radio, everybody like to act like we wasn't a part of the growth trajectory of your career, right? So we see all the rappers and everybody when they need us. Then next thing we turn around, they winning everything in awards. We can't even get a motherfucking thank you to the DJ that put my shit on at the club.
I didn't know we can cuss. I can turn up now, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Man.
And then we see you on the way down, and the phone is ringing again. Like, oh, yo, and we like, yeah, we knew you'd be.
So having that attitude is important. Like, and knowing that things go like this, and you got to be good to everyone along the way.
I'm from Atlanta. I'm my only child. I try to learn something every chance I get. My philosophy is that one day an intern can be a CEO.
True.
So you should.
I figured out your angle for the interview, by the way. You should treat people a certain way. The reason I said it is because the biggest club runner in Atlanta started off doing valet, parking cars, which is AG. Now he charges people $300-400 to get in the club.
That's the owner of Compound.
Yeah, he owns all the clubs in Atlanta. Him and his brothers. He used to park cars and stuff. So he
saw everyone. He saw how everyone.
He saw how it went down. He knew how what it was. You know, if you was flexing, if you was real, if you complained about how much it cost to park. And so anyway, you don't want to be that dude that you don't want to be me. But see, like I said, I humbled myself because I could have been an asshole. A lot of people shitted on me. A lot of DJs shitted on me. A lot of rappers that need a verse from me that don't know how to ask me. Because they know that they was, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they know.
They was acting funny.
What?
And now they need a verse.
Can you imagine, bro? I touch on it on my album. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I believed in me, what am I supposed to do? Now the ones that didn't believe in me, they want a verse or two. Shit,
True.
What am I supposed to do? Put them in a fucking hearse or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm the illest. I wrote that shit in cursive too. You know what I'm saying? So
2 Chainz.
And that's the point I wanted to say about 2 Chainz. Right there, you see lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody talk about he got turn up music and it's all funny, ratchet music. This dude can rap.
No, I agree.
My thing is that, and I heard it was a little, you know, argument about what kind of music I do, swag rap or you know, conscience rap. What I do is called reality music. I touch on things that I came from. Strip clubs are very much a part of Atlanta. There are over 90 strip clubs. For me to know that it's over 90 strip clubs, I must be educated in, I guess, strip clubs or whatever. One thing I like to tell people is that smart people can act dumb, but dumb people can't act smart. So I came up doing shows in Memphis, Mississippi, Alabama, before I came up to New York. And the last thing I want to do is do such a great jump to where I leave all the fans that got me up here. I had to make people up here buy into me because it was just something foreign to people. It might have sounded like, people have to get used to your voice, your angle, your thinking patterns, and things of that nature. But I'm smart enough to I say some other things in my album about being, I think I'm lyrically, I could be Talib Kweli, but with gold teeth, it'd be hard for some to believe. It's like I'm from a trap. Like, people ain't gonna believe me if I try to talk about all these conscious subjects. So I feel a certain way about the Trayvon Martin thing. I feel deeply about it, but I didn't want to do 106 in Park. I didn't want to make it about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So these are subjects that people,
it's interesting. The audience doesn't necessarily understand that. Like, we get, during this past week, we got hit a lot from people that was like, yo, where are the artists speaking out? Mm-hmm. And there was a couple of artists that Rosenberg reached out to that were like, emotionally, I'm not prepared to go out and say what I'm thinking today, and because I have a responsibility, I'm gonna keep that to my music.
Yeah, well, Kendrick just said he wasn't, with the role Kendrick plays and Compton having the history it does with issues this. He's overseas. So it's killing him because he's overseas, and he was watching what was happening on Crenshaw and everything, and it really hurts him that he's not able to be there and touch the people. Yeah. But he just wanted to wait and gather his thoughts, so he didn't come out sounding crazy, especially being removed from it.
Mm-hmm. But to what you're saying, even Jay and people like that go, you know what? I'm gonna talk through my music. Yeah. I'm gonna talk through my vehicle instead of going on CNN or 106 in Park and sitting up like I can profess to be. I'm just a human with a voice and a perspective, and I want to do it.
But I think it might be a better look for somone like you to make a statement.
I don't want the look. See, that's the thing. That's a platform. See, it's not. That's what happens. It becomes a look.
It becomes a look. Right. You do right.
You do it as like, then it goes out 2 Chainz
speaks on Trayvon.
Oh yeah, and it's like, even now it's gonna come out like that.
No, what I meant more was here's how I see it. If you don't want people, like, if you don't want to hit people in the head, like, all of a sudden, if we saw 2 Chainz puts out Trayvon Martin record, we might all go, really? 2 Chainz does that? But in speaking about it, I think it might be an easier transition for you because you're not trying to say, here's my tribute song, but people respect your voice. So when you speak, it is interesting to hear what someone like you has to say, because I think it's pretty clear once you've heard a couple of 2 Chainz songs that you're a real smart dude. So I think it is, I think people are ready to hear that kind of stuff from you.
Yeah, on this new album, September 10th, the name of the album is called Me Time. I definitely showed growth. I showed maturation with sound selection with producers. My first single being with Pharrell. I honestly felt like I could never work with some of these producers that essentially work with Hov, who I'm a huge fan of, you know what I'm saying, and people like this that came before me, you know what I'm saying. So I think I exceeded my expectations on the first album, gained respect from people in different areas. And so when we sat down, that was the only song that we did. He came the night of the Grammys. I played him my album. I don't like to play my albums for people that rap. I play them for different people, but people that rap, sometimes I feel like, I don't know, they can subconsciously take some, or I don't know. Sometimes I feel like rappers don't really know what's going on in direction, so they try to see. And me, I don't care what's going on. So he came in the studio the night of the Grammys, and I got nominated for Grammys for my album and a few things that I never expected to do. So I went to the Grammys and I was psyching myself up, and I was like, if I don't win no Grammy, I'm gonna go to, basically I was saying I better win a Grammy, but I knew I wasn't gonna win a Grammy straight up. So when I ain't win, I was like, fuck them parties, man. I'm going to the studio. I'm gonna record me a hit tonight. Everybody says that. So all these parties going on, I'm looking on all these people pictures and shit. I wish I went out, but I was in the studio. So then Pharrell comes in after going to a Clyde Davis party. He has on a bow tie suit. He fresh, I'm fresh. We, a lot of everything in the air. And so I play a few songs, and then, he basically starts making the beat in my face. And for me, every producer that's came and brought me a beat that I like to record it in their face so they can see my process and just go tell people in the barbershop how ill I am and all that, you know what I'm saying, whether y'all think I'm a swag rapper or not. So I'm like, I know this nigga done recorded Hov before. So as soon as the beat was halfway done, I was ready to go in the booth because I don't do none of that. So it's this process from making beats to put it over here. And whatever the process is, it takes too damn long, And so anyway, we recorded a song. He was rocking with it. And it's just a part of my growth. Like the last album, between the last album and this album, my passport, I need new pages. My culture has changed. My style of eating have changed, because in order to do what I do, you have to eat a certain way. That's why I don't know, people follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of pics about food. People like ignorant people might say I eat like I'm white. I don't know what that means, but I eat.
Oh, because you don't eat the shit that's forced down the hood's throat.
Yeah, no. Well, I eat what it takes to be able to do over 700 shows in 3 years,
which is healthy.
Consistent, yeah. And so I touch on. I'm actually trying to include a cookbook in my album.
But that's actually dope, because the truth is, a lot of people who follow you don't necessarily have access. Like, it's not easy. If you're from a rough part of town, it's not easy to eat healthy. They don't make that easy for people to do.
It's expensive.
I disagree.
Really? To tell. You think that
turkey bacon not expensive? Ground turkey not expensive? If it's just about changing.
Fair enough. That's
changing a lot of
a couple things.
Like, I don't eat beef or pork. That stuff is like weighs on you. Like, you can't. I mean, people know I jump up and down, I run from side to side. You run when you get clogged up, your arteries get clogged up. You know what I mean? You get high blood. Like, for black people's high blood pressure is one of the leading causes of death.
True. Heart disease.
Yeah, so it's like,
I mean, look, I eat the same way you eat. I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork. A lot of vegetables, mostly seafood. But
you look like you're a young nigga too.
Yeah, I'm an old man. What? True. Why do you think it is that people pass judgments? Just like you said, it's ignorance.
No,
are people afraid to go experience? What is it?
It's like when people say, "You got this shirt that I've never seen before." I say, when I like it and I don't have and I'm ignorant, I say, man, he look like a faggot in that shirt. When really you want the shirt, you want to know where he got it. You don't know how to ask him or nothing. Or you say something, negative. So for me, people don't know what to say because they don't know what to.
That's the same thing you were saying the other day about people don't know how to communicate.
Well,
and get in touch with their
we was talking about the
feelings and
Trayvon
emotions,
trial, and I feel like too many of us, and when I say us, hip hop, specifically the hood, we're emotionally immature. Because it's not cool to say that your feelings is hurt. It's not cool to say that, or to even express that you're gonna cry over something that's really painful.
No,
none of that's
men.
cool.
Not with men,
right? And then specifically men and black men on top of that.
Yeah.
So when this Trayvon thing comes out, you have these people who are not able to communicate the pain. So they end up doing things, and sometimes in our neighborhoods, we end up lashing out at one another because obviously the Trayvon conversation kind of springboards into the black on black crime conversation, because you have the travesty of this trial, and then you have the every hour travesty of black men killing each other in America. And why does one upset us and the other one seems like we're numb to it, right? But we were just talking about that emotional immaturity and our inability to communicate with one another.
Well, I know the thing behind men. I know my dad advised me never to cry. And so when men, we get of age, I know, from the black community, when we get of age, women cry. That's how they express themselves. Men punch holes in walls and have road rage and things like that. Like, if he started crying, none of us have been raised to know how to hold him. So, like, it's it's Laura's job or whoever. We don't know how to say, homeboy. My homeboy just lost his sister a couple of days ago. My homeboy. I know we like this, you know what I'm saying? And so I just lost my daddy a year ago. And so I know when it's somebody close to you, like, you got to space out you okay and it's going to be all right. Like, it's like, I hate when people say, I feel you. You don't know what the fuck I'm going through. You don't, like, one thing that's therapeutic to me and what people probably want me to stop is that, like, damn, nigga, get some rest. Like, if I can't sleep. I hadn't slept. My girl told me to, like she told my mom, like, I think he might need a shrink on something. Like, they talking secrets behind my back because I just be up all night. And I just, like, when I work, it makes me not think about my father. But when I sit down and go to thinking and shit, like, that was my best friend. He died right in front of me. So, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like, what we got to do, we got a show, we got an interview. I woke up this morning, I stayed up till I just went to sleep. Stayed up to 6 this morning. Stayed up, went to sleep, woke up, ate a good breakfast, came here. We got a show today. I got a video after that. I got a studio after that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I got to keep it going. So for me, for a lot of rappers that wish I'm slow down and stop, it's like I can't chill right now. I gotta
well, it's a good time to keep working for you.
Well, it's a great time to keep working, but like you was talking about health earlier and the food you eat that keeps you going. My brother, you gonna have to get.
Yeah, you're gonna need that sleep.
I know, but
I mean, not right now. You ain't ready. That's cool, but you gonna have to get some sleep.
I tried Ambien or whatever. It just
no, but maybe they were on. Syph will take it from here, but maybe they were onto something with the shrink, because the shrink getting to talk about your dad might help the sleep.
I do. That's what I'm saying. Music is therapeutic. When I record, that's therapeutic, bro. Like for me, it's different. You're not an artist. That's what artists don't.
How dare you? He produced Me to Sky, Move Your Body.
I'm not a rapper.
That's what he knows. He knows what I mean. He's not a rapper. So when rappers we go in, it's thousands of records that people probably would never hear. That all of us has done as rappers, from Pac to now. That people just went in and just vented, scream, whatever they went through. You know what I'm saying? You can hear it on music that people are putting out today, from Yeezus to like people are venting. You know what I mean? So a lot of us don't have to go to shrinks. I feel like that's sitting on the sofa when we go in the booth.
Will that help you sleep though? If you have a night where you lay it all out, is that a night when you get home you're actually able to knock out and feel good?
I do things. I do a few things to put me to sleep.
I know those things. I do some of those things as well. Yeah. Hey, on a slightly unrelated tip, have you had the conversation with Luda since you've become pretty much as big as Luda ever was in music?
You think I'm bigger than Luda was?
Luda crossed to movies and stuff. You haven't taken that step yet. Luda, but as far as music goes, you're right in a similar vein.
Man, Luda was doing 3 million. I was with Luda when he was doing.
Well, no one does 3 million anymore. That's not even a fair comparison.
That's true.
Nah, but Luda's music was a little more.
Well, you didn't have your move, bitch, yet. Okay, but you're huge though.
I don't know, man. I think you shorten yourself.
I think you're pretty high.
I know it's relatively new.
You don't want to get like. I don't know.
I know what he's saying.
But let me put it this place: you're in the same space.
See, what happens is Luda sits here and he tells y'all everything that he has from he hasn't. You know what I mean? And I'm just on my first album.
But that's why I said don't short yourself, because I know you're saying I'm on my first album. I'm not where he was, but at the same time, you have a trend going. You have momentum. You have, and I know you don't want to speak too soon, so I get what you're saying, but don't short yourself.
I got you.
But there is a conversation that needs to be had, because you spend a lot of time supporting that disturbing the peace movement.
So have you talked to him since you've been in this place?
Not like conversations. But I talked to him. I did the single for the movie, The Fast and Furious, me and Wiz. So we saw each other on the red carpet. It's not like I think we just like he doing movies. I'm like rapping. It's just we never really crossed paths. I think we was in the studio at the same time one day and didn't know it in LA, or somebody knew it or whatever. But for the most part, we hadn't had that conversation. Like, I'm proud of you. Before I blew up. And when I was leaving, and Chris kind of said things like he felt like I had to, possibly what it took or whatever. But just getting here now, and I know like that's like my brother. He a Virgo. We 1 day apart and stuff like that. So I know a lot about him, and so it's like it's hard for me to, because I know it's like when you know people's moms and kids. It's hard for you to like, because rap essentially is entertainment. You know what I mean? A lot of the times. And when it gets out of that boundary, that's when, things get taken out of, proportion. But for the most part, when all these people, are taking shots or whatever, it's just, I don't feel like, So for me, I touch on some of the things on the new album as well, like where I came from. And of course, I'm in a different tax bracket. And I've grown, you know what I mean? I go on stage sometimes and I actually like pray while I'm rapping. Like I look out, I'm in London, there's 60,000 like white people knowing all like I love them stripper songs that wasn't even really singles. And so I realize I'm blessed, but the whole thing about like Luda is like I learned from that stuff there, but I grew up, you had that kid that just becomes like this knucklehead that just thinks he knows, I just, like I said, I was a little bit more cocky, like,
That was you to lose.
Yeah. It's just like it was a situation like sometimes we walk in the club, like how the person in the front know everybody, stop, so the whole line have to stop. But I know everybody too, so I just like, you know what I mean. And so it was a situation where it was just about, getting out on the limb, being confident, and investing into myself. A lot of people wait till somebody give them something, give them some money.
So did your ego get a little too big to play the role that you were playing in DTP?
I probably would say, yeah. I definitely grew out of, doing anything. Like, and nothing wrong with being a hype man, but it came a situation where I couldn't even do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't, it was just him. He felt it better with him and Fate, which was cool. And then, I had to say that because I knew I was better than a lot of people in Atlanta, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Period. And so you got to imagine like 3 or 4 people know you dope and then everybody else kind of like walking past you and they really like believing in these mixtapes that's dropping. They believing in these artists, and you know what I mean. Like my resume is for real. Like I really like if you want to be specific or whatever. I really sold dope before, but I don't really like try to just press it into your head and all that. But like a lot of people in Atlanta, their music have to connect with. Like when you talk about having trap, it has to be on your resume. When you talk about going to so Atlanta rap is really based off reality because it's so small. You can see somebody at a quick trip and they better be in this phantom that they rapping about, or we don't respect them or whatever. So you know what I mean, just coming up in Atlanta, I felt like the music was going more towards my type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And like you said earlier, like Chris had different kind of music. It's always been we had Snap, we had this, but then when you have T.I. open the door for like Jeezy, and then Jeezy opened the door like, Jeezy was a part of like this BMF era where it was like really a bunch of rich ass niggas buying bar. These niggas like Jeezy had a Lambo in 2005. You know what I'm saying? I had a 745. This is like back then we've been riding foreign. So when I come in the game, I'm wearing Gucci. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm highly confident in niggas because I was getting it from the mud on niggas. But I was supposed to be signed to a label.
Whole line right there was
incredible.
Yeah, I was supposed to be signed to a label, but it's like if I don't hustle, then how I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm making below poverty level. If I don't hustle, then how the hell I'm yeah.
So would it mean something to you though at some point to have that conversation where maybe you're able to tell Luda about where you were and he's able to say, "Yo, I'm proud of you. You made it to the spot."
Man, I know he proud of me. I ain't tripping, man. The night like because we so close. Yeah, the night we so close or whatever. We hadn't talked. I had probably left DTP. We hadn't talked for nothing, but like I think the night before my pop passed because. Bro, his pop passed on him in a similar situation. I called Luda, and him and my pop was cool. They wore the same size shoe. Pop would say, "Boy, give me, whatever." So I said, "Hey, bro, I just called him like, probably come up here." My pop couldn't even. He was on a breathing machine and everything. And so Chris came when he came by himself. You know what I'm saying? Came to the hospital by himself. I was up there with my dude. He came in, and he was like, his dad was kind of like this too, but he was like, he can hear you. And he was like, "Gee, I'm telling you, he can hear you." He's like, You played your music for him, and I was like, no. He's like, play it. So his idea was really like to play my album for him while he was right there. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. I set it up. I just set up a little speaker. I plugged it up next to my pop in. I just set up there, and then that was really our last time talking. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's that thing where when something happened to me in a situation in San Fran, he texts me when something happened to him in Atlanta, or like somebody said he tried to try him or something in the club. I text him. So it's like. You don't want to see nothing happen to one another, but at the same time, I got to be. I am excited that this I'm out of that situation, and then I'm where I'm at. I can't act like I ain't happy, and you know what I'm saying.
Okay, when there's situations and he texts you like a certain situation, you said he texts you or you text him, but do you ever wish you just got the text that said, "Yo, I'm proud of you"? Like
no,
you
I don't give a fuck about that, man. I don't give a fuck about that, man.
Because I'm still waiting for Flex to text me.
Nah, man.
I'm still waiting, man.
Man, fuck that. See, that's the thing, man. I don't have those kind of. It's like, man, you can feel that shit. You can feel if Flex watching you. I can feel when niggas watching me. I can feel when niggas listening to every word I say, every interview, watching this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. Whatever interview y'all niggas doing, people have to come tell me about them. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas doing. None of y'all niggas. So that's what it is. I'm minding my own business. You know what I'm saying? I can't even. It's just. I'm trying to just mind my own business. Stay out of trouble. I done got locked up more times. Just rap shit and selling dope.
I know, Jesus.
And,
I got you in my state too. I'm sorry. They got you in Maryland.
You know what I mean? I just want people to know that, like, I don't want to do nothing. I might try to, get me an appetite here and there. But I don't, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I don't go around like concerned what people gonna do, because I see how God worked it out, man. I see what can happen in a year. I see last year I was here. This year, man, I'm you know what I mean? We doing summer jam. Like last year was a little different. We come out. And you gotta think. Last year I thought I was the hottest nigga in the world, so I'm still like, okay, I come out with this person. I'm thinking I should have my own set then. So then this year, you know what I mean, I get my own set, and the more for me, the more people, the better. You know what I'm saying? So it's more people, the better. So I come out and I tell people this my shit. And I did every this is the only one I really didn't headline, but all the rest of the summer jams I've been headlining, and I tell people this my shit. Getting on stage, entertaining people, this my shit. I do this shit for a living. I love doing this shit.
For the record, we don't have a headliner, so don't you worry about that.
It said that summer jam, the event itself is the headliner.
Yeah, but you were one people talked about.
I do commend you when you hit that stage. The motherfuckers was with you, man.
Yeah, man.
You bodied that summer jam.
It sounds in the way you talk that you definitely still harbor this my shit. I got something to prove. Y'all motherfuckers doubted me, and I'ma ride this out.
That's what it's about.
And it also sounds like there will never be a 2 Chainz Ludacris collabo.
Look, I'm gonna be real, bro. I mean, y'all, I don't give a fuck how I get out. You just gotta pay me. It's just business. You just gotta pay me.
Summed up well.
True.
You just gotta pay.
It is about money.
It's about money.
It is.
He want his.
And I want mine.
Okay, we got to wrap this up in a second, but I want to ask you one more thing. How do you decide the features thing? Like, now you're at a point where a feature is worth a grip, but I know you don't charge everyone the same grip.
Thank you for understanding that. Bro.
So of course. So how do you do it though?
Thank you. Some people are just like.
No, obviously you look.
I did an interview in London. And I was really trying to tell them this. I was really trying to get the math on 100,000 what it is in pounds. So they was like, whatever pounds. So, that was my joke, but they really like grabbed that and was like, 2 Chainz want 100.
So someone's your boy, you don't even worry about. We'll figure it out later. Let's get it done. But someone else,
if someone's your boy, you want them to remain your boy. So you don't want to keep doing songs with them, because like we're essentially going to be looked at them like a group. Let's just be friends, and it makes the relationship uncomfortable. If every time I see you, I'll be like, let's go in, let's get another one in. It's like, and then we got 20 songs.
And then one person starts falling off a little bit, and they're like, hey, let's do another song.
But let me take it a step further though. If you my boy and you got a budget, why you don't want to pay me though?
Sure.
See, they hadn't been around. See, I was around. Like, I remember hearing the story. How was it, Cam and Mason?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put your homie on something and give him an extra.
No, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm hot, or I got a budget to record. You want me to get on and take your flames and make you hot. You would, in commerce, in business, you're a Jew. You know what time it is.
Hold on, pause.
Jew.
So are you, man.
Cut the check, fam. The money's sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, it makes sense. But more what I'm asking is, how do you pick the people who don't have the budget, who you want to rock with?
I got you. In the position I'm in now, I probably am starting to maybe slowly but surely lose more hip hop friends. One, because I like for features to be event. I'm already on every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know that people know that. Like, you're a feature dude. You're someone who's notoriously done features.
I don't want to cut you off because I know the people watching want you to hear you, and they're gonna say, "Oh man, shut the fuck up." Clean, but let me help him.
Oh man, shut the fuck up.
True.
2 Chainz is a business, not a businessman. The name is a business, so he has to manage the business in a way that's beneficial for it to continue to grow.
Exactly.
Right. So he can't continue to do the same things he was doing last year and expect to be in a different place next year if he continues to do what he was doing last year.
Which explains why you'd have less friends. But there's still going to be the new group that comes along that you go, I'm fucking with this. Is there a situation where you'll just jump on it? You'll just like Drake with Migos. I'm guessing Drake probably didn't charge shit. He just said, that's the hottest song in Atlanta. Right. I'm getting on this shit. And I'm going to make it huge, but
Drake
it's going to be huge for me.
Drake is very smart. I like Drake. He's smart.
Jewish. Again, Jewish. Yes.
That benefited the Drake business. That benefited the Drake
business,
brand.
And it benefited those
Migos.
Guys, of course.
He's definitely
but Migos had to do the work to be in a place to where Drake would say,
that's the hottest shit.
Let me get in on this.
Yeah, I guess.
Depends on the circumstance.
I guess I don't know, man.
You never really give me an answer on how you decide. Is there?
I know for real. How I decide is if depending on the artist, what genre of music. If it's rap, let's start with rap last. Let's make rap last. If it's not rap, R&B. I just did a record for R. Kelly.
Okay, great decision.
Okay,
Me too.
I'm a fan. You know, I want to put the business out, but it was business handled, and it's might be a single, so it like makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be number 9 on your album. It doesn't help me to be on your mixtape. No disrespect, but like,
even if Kells said I want you for my mixtape, not for my album, would you have said no?
I mean,
see, that's tough because he's the guy.
You gotta hit if the song is fire.
It's just like it doesn't help me for like I have an artist, Cat One, who has a mixtape. I can live vicariously through his mixtape, put out music, rap, do hooks, whatever. But it's like I don't think people take mixtapes as serious as I did. I did photo shoots, bro. I mastered my songs. I mixed them. People don't.
They not mixtapes. They albums.
I paid money for photo. I did everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like. So
it's different now. It is different.
It's a little different. So you know, but it helped me. Like so, and a lot of people kind of like want me to. This sounds, and I get it. And it's like one of my lines that they redid as the hook. And it's like like.
It only makes sense if you're on there.
Yeah, it only makes sense because it sounds like one of mine. So those. Or I've been doing EDM stuff lately. The Fall Out Boys was a good look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I didn't. That budget and our budget is totally different. You know what I mean?
So you didn't bang them in the head for that because it's a different look for you.
It's a
that
different
helps
look.
The business. That
it helps the business. Now rap. If I've already done a song with somebody, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna do a song again. Like, what's the chance of it being an event? What's the chances of Hot 97? This is the even newer, crazier version of the song that Tit did with whoever this person is. You know what I mean? And so for me, even on my album, I don't talk about who my features are because it's always cool for me to come out all of a sudden with a song with Drake and people don't even know I know him. You know what I mean? And with No Lie or like for me to come out with like birthday song, this ratchet ass record that Kanye does a verse on. You know what I mean? Just have like features. I have features. Like I talk to a lot of people. Like I did a song for Eric Benet that people don't like have an idea. Like Maxwell, I'm good friends with this nigga. You know what I mean? It's like, so I don't think people, and I hate to like name drop, really realize like the rapport I have with a lot of people that's Grammy Award winning people who basically hold me on a certain level and see my trajectory going somewhere else when I'm just like, I don't get it still. Kind of do get it most likely in the airport more than they're like, oh, this is a big deal. But everywhere else, I try to stay in my room and mind my own business. You know what I mean? In the airport, I'm like, this is crazy.
Oh, that's when you notice it the most.
Yeah,
huh?
this is crazy.
That triple security line.
It's like, yo, this is the parade behind me. Like, these people gonna miss their flight. And this is like in South Africa. This is London. It's like, what are you doing on the train? I'm like, I just needed like, and so I realized like, when people like Laura and them see me or whatever, whoever sees me, it is a situation where people freak out. I think I have. Can she hear me?
By
Can
the
they
way,
hear me?
Laura's currently freaking out that she got her third shot.
She's living. She's living.
True. If we had anybody else, I don't mean to keep saying her name.
She's happy. No,
Please
she's
do.
a phenomenal and a hardworking person.
Yeah.
Continue to
She
shout
deserves
out.
her.
She's one of those people that might be an intern and might be seeing what you had next year.
Absolutely.
No, she's not an intern. She's above that. She's making some money up
She's
in this
actually
piece.
doing quite all right.
She's
She
making
gotta
money.
be a boss.
That's interesting. The airport is where it goes down.
That's why I realized.
Do you stand on security lines?
Well, I'm
Is that how that work with celebrities?
You got the
Real-
first class one, so it's a little
It's a
faster.
little quicker.
Okay.
Well, since you brought up the airport, I think we should wrap this up. Have you changed anything about how you move?
Yeah, I definitely have. That becomes part of me realizing who I am.
That's right.
It's the foundation. I had to work on a lot of things. My surroundings, people around me. You got to think, man. I'm one of those people I'm a Southern dude. I work hard. I pray all the time. So I'm one of those people that feel like no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Why y'all fucking with me? Cause I'm out here doing good stuff, positive.
I just feel like you can't fuck with me. Niggas shot at me. I had bullet fragments in my hair. I got up, went and did a show, turned up. Everybody was turned up. Didn't nobody know what happened till they seen some footage. Because niggas like, nigga, this happened to you, nigga. We couldn't tell. I come from that. I come from like, you know what I mean? I come from things where you intend feelings where things like I'm very aware of my surroundings. I'm very aware of where I am and where I came from. And I started off doing, these hole in the walls, these alleyways, these mousetraps, and then I started doing arenas. And for me, I need to realize that I went from here to there. I'm the one that's not realizing it.
So this was a wake up call and a major.
Yeah, it's like me. I don't realize that you started off with me being a superstar, bro. I'm one of the most. I know, like, I'm not playing a role. Like, I know I'm a big deal and shit like that. But when certain people, when Gwen Paltrow know who the hell I am and stuff like that,
that's crazy.
And Chris Martin, like, I don't like. It freaks me the fuck it freaks me the fuck out because I'm not trying to be funny. Sometimes I don't know who people are because I don't be, you know what I mean? So when people recognize me, they tell me they fans, they like the music I'm doing. I know a lot of the things that I'm doing is omnipresent. I do songs with so many people that whatever station you turn to,
might hear you.
I might be on the motherfucker, from Justin Bieber verse to a Miley Cyrus verse to a damn everybody like we said earlier, to some ratchet Juicy J, whatever. I'm able to do both of those things and not lose myself and still be, true to who I am. So,
true.
New album coming out. I know they want to wrap it up. New album coming out September 10th. It's called Me Time. Me Time. It's my time.
New single with Pharrell.
Love it.
Everybody need it.
A very unexpected sound for you too. I think that I know the first time I heard it, I was like, this isn't what I expect from 2 Chainz, but I think that's
debuted
good.
at Summer Jam.
The Pharrell song.
The Pharrell song.
I think it is his sound, but it's just a little more, like he's saying, like a grown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mature. Not you sounding, the two together.
Oh yeah.
The two together. The two sounds together.
I couldn't get typecast. Like, I did a couple interviews and they thought they was gonna hear, like, I don't know what kind of music. It's like, it's still me. Basically, I still feel good performing it. I felt good doing the video. You know what I mean? So it's still me. You know what I mean? Something, but. Of course, the production is, here, and the person is here and respected in so many different ways.
It was the right decision for the career. Not doubting that. It was the right decision to expand the brand, to reach out and do correct decision. Just something that people didn't expect when you come off the sounds sonically that you just did. And
but
I
also,
think that's
he's ahead
your
of the game because he did that song, and as he did that song and started blowing up, Pharrell has become the hottest producer in hip hop.
Yeah, and he's back.
He definitely texted me and said, "Thank you, brother." I said, "Well, thank you, fool." Like tell me thank you.
You're Pharrell.
But it's still some like crazy ratchetness on the album in case we need that, right?
No, I got
I like that Chris Dak.
Yeah, I got no brainer music. I got the no brainer stuff that I do to keep me on the road for another 2 years.
All I listen to in the gym.
No, but last thing. The one thing that's so smart about 2 Chainz too is he on your ratchet music with the no brainer stuff, he still throws in these lines that has all the nerds and reviewers and smart people. It's like it's a wink to people. You know what I'm saying? And people hear it, and that's why I think that's why you've crossed into this place where so many people love you.
You brought up the swag rapper thing a couple of times in this interview too.
I heard you was going
because I call you a swag rapper.
Yeah, I heard. Who's your favorite rapper?
My favorite, like all
time. No, come on, let's start right now. Excuse me, y'all. We need a couple more minutes, right? What's going on?
My favorite rapper right now?
Right now, what's going on?
Right now, my favorite MC right now who gets me the hypest is probably Meek Mill.
Okay.
Probably Meek Mill. When a Meek Mill record comes on, I'm there with him. My favorite verse from you, my favorite lines from you, is the record on your album. I think it's with John Legend.
Oh yeah,
that's one of my favorites. Yeah. I like the Cridnack, obviously, but old dude met moms and it was on. Then he named me over a phone. Prison term. That shit. That's my shit.
That and Mercy.
That showed me. But I knew you from the duffel bag thing, and I've obviously known you a long time. But I wasn't sure where you were in your artist trajectory. It's good to hear that you're consciously saying,
this is my subject. He wants to know why you just called him a swag rapper.
Because I think he's a swag rapper sometimes. He was swagging on this last...
Bad thing?
No, but only for him because he knows he does lyrics. So he thinks I'm dissing.
It's a little minimized.
This is the thing that I've realized that I've done that I didn't realize at first. It's just like when I played sports, when I played basketball, I would play according to competition. So of course, if I played against some girls, I would just play around, throw it behind their back, shoot some jump shots. But then when you play against some real competition, people be like, "All right, we finna play for real type of shit. We playing." So it's like when I get on a track with Drake, Wayne, it's like we playing for real. But then you gonna put me on a song with somebody else, I might not. Because I don't know how many people gonna hear. It's just like
It's practice, man.
it's not practice, but like I do this a lot. So
It's a different.
my
arena.
question to you is, what kind of rapper is Meek Mill?
Meek Mill to me is a battle rapper turned battle rapper MC rapper. That's now, but that's what he is. That's where he comes from. You understand?
Definitely. Yeah.
I think that you are a swag rapper, but I know you're an MC. You opted to swag out on shit. That's what you opted to do. So when I go, 2 Chainz is a swag rapper, in my mind, I'm like, he knows better than that. He could do better than that if he wants to. But that's me as a hip hop fan being like, yo, man, let these motherfuckers know what time it is.
All right, I see. There's a lot of rappers or quote unquote rappers who all they talk about is they swag and have swag, and their lyrics suck.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be in a category with those swag rappers.
I got you.
But you do.
So
have
on your next opportunity, I want you to be like, yo, fuck E, bro, rat-that-that-that, and give me that shit.
No, it's all good, man.
I just want to get some of your fake Twitter followers back. Let's be honest.
Oh, you think I'm trying to get my
He's
Twitter
like, you
heat
can go
up?
on Twitter and just say follow Alvin E, bro.
Yeah, no, I respect like and the fact that you said hip hop and even included me in it. I respect.
What
that,
else
you know
would we
what I'm saying?
do?
No, like
You think people? I can't believe you think people would exclude you from that. Fuck anyone
What,
who
from
would
what?
ever exclude you from a legit hip hop conversation.
Yeah, well, that's
And this is
dope.
coming from ultra nerd
Yeah,
backpack
Yeah,
hater
but
number
he's,
one.
but you
Hater
gotta
number
remember,
one.
Nah, yeah, but you gotta remember he's competitive, and he's competitive in this rap shit, and he's been around it long enough with the people, with the punchline rappers like a Ludacris, who's a punchline type MC, but also does a little bit of the grease talk. You know what I mean? You've done that. This run, I felt like you were swagging it on a lot of records. It feels like what you're doing on the Pharrell
I
records.
think it's the era that we was in, though. You got to
true.
look at what
That's
we was
true.
doing. Like, nigga, I put up a picture of leather pants at my album photo shoot for both based on a true story. These niggas call me all kind of things from Eddie Murphy to everything else. And then you come to Summer Jam,
All other
and I
pants.
opted not to
leather
wear it because it was like this was the pullout. You know what I'm saying? I opted not to wear it. You know what I'm saying? But we was in an era where niggas was really wearing full leather basketball players. I just put up some fucking Versace flip flops yesterday. The lady from Versace called me and said, "Everybody wants your flip flops." So I swag on niggas, and niggas look at me and don't say shit about it.
Don't laugh. When he goes on those rants, you got to keep the interlude alive.
True,
You don't laugh on that shit.
I can't laugh, right?
Damn, he says good shit all the time. Hey, listen, there's only one way you can prove the point of how dope he is. Show up to Peter Palooza tomorrow and get on that stage. That's the only thing I can do. I think that's the only thing right. I'm glad you said yes to it.
He's on tour right now.
No, we'll get you on tomorrow. No
America's Most Wanted tour, Lil Wayne. Shout out to Lil Wayne. Shout out to the King, TIP.
tour. Yeah,
Yeah, the tour's going good.
They paid him a lot of money.
No, but I'm asking him to come
You
to him
have-
humble. He
you
just said he was
have-
humble.
You have none. No, remember the business part of the conversation?
I can help his business.
Not at all.
Let's remain friends. Good call, Evie.
Yeah, let's remain friends. One thing Ye told me that I took from him is when he said, "If I don't say anything, that means no." I like.
Thank
that.
you. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's
That's
something
enough.
like if you think about it, yo, E, do you mind if I, you know what I'm saying, and you don't say shit like,
I'm the best.
you the best at that?
King.
King, that's you.
King, no response.
King, no
King, no
response.
response.
Or King.
They say.
We'll figure it out.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Set up. Let's have. You know what you say from now on? Let's have a conversation about a conversation.
I hit you with a let's talk about it in a minute. Look, I play along for the radio shit and for the interview and talking just to give people something to say, fuck this person, I hate this person on the YouTube comments. I play that role because he's nicey nice a lot of times. He likes to be funny.
the other
so
nigga.
I'm just the other nigga who really don't have to give a fuck. Right, because I done
got
already
you.
did all this shit.
Yeah,
for
you don't gotta be
decades.
here. You don't have to be here. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but for this conversation, it benefits. I think the overall, for me, like people's mad at me that I said Ye's album saved hip hop. Now, do I think it was the best Ye album? No, but he pushed the envelope far enough to cause a conversation that forces people to pay attention to something.
Yo, you have hit during this interview so many of your regular me bro talking points. It is unbelievable.
Is this coming from the motherfucker who just tried to get 2 Chainz on his birthday for free?
Both of y'all are me
Hold
bros,
on,
yo.
you have to mention minor leagues.
Me bro.
Yeah, but that's not a part of this.
Oh, okay,
The only other thing I would mention was Riff Raff.
Yeah, bro. Ask him about Riff Raff.
He ain't talking about no motherfucking Riff Raff. He don't give a fuck about a Riff Raff.
He might. Maybe you guys have a nice talk.
Nah, he says
Stop
he says he minds his business, so
That's
he's
true.
not
We're
gonna
not
True.
talking about rap. I've
Motherfuckers.com.
known Chainz too long. Are we done?
Yeah, we
done,
done.
We can talk. This has been fun, man.
Nah, it's
This is a
love,
great
man.
guy.
He's a great guy.
Unless he's about to go on stage.
In which case,
At which point, do not, I repeat,
Don't
he is
talk to
about,
him?
listen, he is about to play in the NBA finals when he's about to go on stage. This nigga, yo, this nigga is
fuck you up, man.
Yo, listen, he doesn't speak
Like how
English.
far before
Boy,
he
you
hit the
stupid.
Summer Jam stage?
Boy, you
Like
stupid.
I
10
mean,
minutes
within like a
before?
20-minute zone, honestly. Don't
20
even
minutes
fucking
zone, don't fuck with him,
no.
I done lost friends off that shit. Niggas
For real?
all in front of me while I'm finna go, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, man, like